Yon World, what's the deal? It's your boy Original back with another one for y'all, man. Now check this out. Today on my YouTube channel, we going over Bitcoin. Go ahead, leave a like, comment, subscribe, turn on post notifications for your boy Yon World. Now, I gotta share some important information about Bitcoin with y'all. Bitcoin is on the rise right now. Bitcoin is about to hit $100,000 by next year, and I'm about to explain exactly how this is going to happen in this video. So make sure you leave a like, make sure you comment on this video, stick around to the end. It's a lot of valuable information in this video. Now, Bitcoin is going through a halving or halving, however you like to pronounce it. And this is the third one. Now, these halvings, you know, they have a history of making a lot of people rich. Like a lot of people that knew about Bitcoin from the beginning got rich in the second halving. And, you know, a lot of people that's, you know, able to grasp this information now can get rich in this third halving. So I'm about to go over exactly what's going on in Bitcoin and how it's about to hit 100,000. Now you can see the gains for Bitcoin today. Right now it's up 6%. It's headed back to $10,000. It should be at $10,000 like tomorrow. As it gets closer to the May 18th date, Bitcoin is going up. So you can, you know, make some small gains right now on Bitcoin. You can make some nice, you know, returns, some 6% returns, you know, if you invest, you know, depending on the market is fluctuating right now. I think it's like it's in a high flux state because of this information is, you know, this halving that's about to happen. I think the coin, just based on the history of the previous the halvings, the coin is about to shoot up. And a lot of people gonna make some money and they're gonna sell and it's gonna drop. It's gonna go down for a minute, but then it's gonna go on a crazy bull run. And I'm about to explain exactly how that's gonna happen, how you can invest. You can get a Coinbase account. You know, it's the easiest way to invest. The most secure way to invest in Bitcoin is through Coinbase. I have a link in the description. That's what I use to buy Bitcoin. You know, the most easiest way to cash it back out. You know, if you want to sell your Bitcoin and deposit it back into your bank account, Coinbase is the way to go. So, you know, we see Bitcoin is on the rise, but let me explain to you this halving, right? And I got this chart pulled up. This is a live trade view chart of Bitcoin. Now, we about to go through all of the halvings. Now, you can see first halving was in 2012. Around this time, Bitcoin was about $10, you know, $10 around this time, right? After the peak of the first halving, you know, which was about a year later, Bitcoin was worth $970. Basically $1,000. Let's just give it $1,000. So if you invested, you know, $100, right? If you invested $100 here, that $100 would have turned into $10,000. You know what I'm saying? Because you would have got 10 Bitcoins and they would have each been worth $1,000. So it would have been worth $10,000 a year later. So at that peak, at that time when it hit 1,000, it sold and it was bouncing, you know, and it sold down and it kind of went back. It went to like 300, you know, and it was riding out. Now the second halving happens. The second halving, this happens July 16th, right? This happened, I'm sorry, July 11th, 2016, right? So around this time, Bitcoin is worth $500 around this time. Bitcoin is worth $500 around this time, 2016, right? So at the peak height of the second halving, which was about a year later, so I just want y'all to keep in mind this year, you know, the real returns are going to come from a year from now, a year from this time period that we're in right now. So you have to be mindful of that. You know, it's a little wait, but it's a big return. So a year, now it was worth $500. Excuse me. Wait, it was worth let's say 595, right? July 2016, at the height of the second halving, the peak of Bitcoin's price, that's when it hit $20,000, $19,000. It went from $590 to $19,000, right? And to understand these halvings, every time a halving happens, Bitcoin is a digitally created currency that's mined through computer power. And it has a set number of Bitcoins that are going to be created, and that's 21 million. And let's just say, they're able to mine, 1,500 Bitcoin a day. When the halving happens, it goes down to 1,000 Bitcoin a day. And what this creates is supply and demand. This is supply and demand in action, right? Because as the supply gets lower, the demand grows. The demand and the integration and the application of Bitcoin grows every year. It's fairly young, you know what I'm saying, Bitcoin, and it's going through its developmental stages, and it's gonna hit 100,000 after this. It's like after this break, after this halving, it's gonna hit 100,000. So let me just explain. Let me go into that, and the supply and demand thing. Once you get the coin, you have it. It gets valuable. It gets valuable after that. But I feel like I'm getting off topic. But yeah, let me continue going on with this. But so after it hit 20,000, right? After that, now on the third halving, right? With the third halving, you can see it's about to be in this area. And if we look at the date, right, with the third halving, if we look at the date, we see around September. If we go to like September 2021, Bitcoin is going to be worth, it could be worth anywhere from $60,000 to $100,000 around this time. And in order to really see this, if you look at each halving of Bitcoin, it goes up about 3 cells on the chart, right? It may be hard to see this on video, but if you go to this trade and view chart and you study it and you look at it, every time a halving happens, the peak reaches 3 levels up. And if you go up 3 cells on this chart, you're around the $100,000 mark. So this is why Bitcoin is going to be projected, to hit $100,000, even if it's between $60,000 and $100,000. That's my real prediction for Bitcoin in the next year, $60,000 to $100,000. And something else I want to explain is that, you can make a lot of money in altcoins. Now, when I was investing in Bitcoin, it was 2017. It was during the second halving, and I was on that rise. I got in when it was like 1,000 during that second time. Then it went all the way up to 19,000. So during that time, I noticed something, because a lot of people was telling me, they was like, invest in Ripple, invest in like all of these altcoins, and I just didn't trust it. I didn't like altcoins. I wanted Bitcoin only. I just felt like Bitcoin is the main one. And something I noticed is that these charts, if you look at each of these charts, they're similar, because Bitcoin controls the market. And I just want to share this information with y'all. Bitcoin controls the market. If Bitcoin, or when Bitcoin hits anything close to 100,000, every single altcoin is going to experience growth. Let me just show you an example. So if we look at Bitcoin, right? Let me show you. We go to all. You see its peak in 2000 when it hit 19,000. You see this peak 2017, right? Now let's go back, and then let's go to Ethereum. Let's go to all. You see the same peak in 2017, $1,400. It went from $1,400. Ethereum was worth, $40, $19 earlier in the year in March. By next year, January, $1,400. So what I'm telling y'all is that when this Bitcoin halving happens, when they cut the supply of Bitcoin in half, and the miners, now it's a smaller share between the miners, the price of Bitcoin is going to go up dramatically. It's going to go up dramatically from where it's at right now. It's just around 10,000. Now it's always around 10,000. When Bitcoin before was like around 500 and 1,000. You know what I'm saying? Now it's just always around 10,000, just around this number, even if it's at 7,000, 8,000, 9,000. When it was going up and down, it was always around this 10,000 after it hit that point of 19,000. And I was about to go past that, and it's going to have a new normal space, a new average price for Bitcoin. And that's going to be between 60 and 100,000. I think it's going to really go to 100,000. If you look at this chart, if you really study this chart, I have the link in the description. But if you study this Bitcoin halving chart, you will see like every peak, it goes up 3 sales. It goes up 3 sales, and then at the peak of this is going to be around September 2021. That's when it's going to peak. And if we look at the chart, it's showing $100,000 on the chart. So, I just see it by the natural curve it's going. I just see it happening with all the information. I can really see this happening. So I will be investing in Bitcoin and other altcoins, that are Ethereum related, like Ripple and, Ethereum. Now look at Ripple. Like, this is a good asset. You could buy a lot of Ripple at 22 cents right now. When Bitcoin did that big jump in 2017, Ripple went to, it was like 384. Ripple highest was at 384, and people were buying it at 18 cent. People were buying it at 18 cent, and for something like you to have thousands of shares or something, that was 18 cent, and for the all-time high, you see the all-time high right here. I didn't even notice that. But the all-time high was $3.80 when Bitcoin did that run. Those people made a lot of money. It was people that made a lot of money. I remember being in Discords and different chats, and people was telling me to invest in Ripple, and I just didn't believe in it. But I saw like how many people got rich, and a lot of people made money and sold, once Ripple went to that level. So yeah, but I'm just sharing this information with y'all about the Bitcoin halving, just to let y'all know this happens once every 4 years. This won't happen again until 2024. So I'm just letting y'all know now, just so y'all can be prepared, for this moment. It's really gonna happen a year from now. But right now it's gonna be the best price. Right now, whatever you see, even if Bitcoin, it looks like it's too much. It looks like it's $9,000. Like, you gotta think it's about to be worth 10 times that. It's about to be worth 10 times this, in 1 year. So your little piece of Bitcoin that you're about to buy right now, if you can't afford the whole one, that's going to be worth 10 times whatever you put in. So just keep that in mind, and just do your research. Do your research. Me, I'm about to buy Ripple. I'm gonna buy a lot of Ripple, because if it goes up, I just feel like I'm gonna make a better profit, and I'm gonna also buy Bitcoin, just like at least half of Bitcoin. So once it goes up, that's a good profit. So yeah, it's your boy Yon World. Make sure you leave a like. Make sure you comment, subscribe, turn on post notifications. If y'all want to buy Bitcoin, I recommend using Coinbase. There's some other exchanges you can use, like Gemini and Binance, but I recommend using Coinbase. It's right on your phone. You can link your bank accounts and everything directly to it. Cash out, withdraw, easy. So yeah, it's your boy Yon World. Make sure you leave a like, comment, subscribe. I'm out. Peace.